All right, guys. So this is gonna be episode 2 of this series about I don't know, kind of the truths about what's the leaderboards and all that stuff. And I not sure I mentioned this in the previous episode, but the point of this series is not. I don't want like a bunch of drama and stuff, and it's mainly to get out there that you shouldn't really compare yourself to other people on the leaderboard. You should game for yourself. Um, and a lot of the people at the top, it's like don't even worry about them. It's kind of trying to I don't know, unveil what's kind of the reason for I don't know people being able to get up there. I mean, if you want to use this stuff, not all of it. There's going to be some stuff I do not want you guys to do in coming up episodes, but I mean, I can't stop you from it, but don't. Most of the stuff, well, not most of it. Some of this stuff do not do. I am not a fan of it. I don't condone it, but yeah, that's mostly it. I wanted to get that out there first, and that's just I don't want this to cause like a mess or anything, I guess. And it's kind of more so don't stress yourself out because I've done it. And granted, I am in a little bit slightly different spot, but right now, yeah, just don't compare yourself because it's just a bunch of unfair advantages, really, and stuff like that, and we'll get into further. But this episode, I'm going to talk about game length, and this is probably not too much of a surprise for people. It kind of ties in with that time topic from episode 1, and I apologize for that. Also, when I recorded it, I was not, I don't know, maybe not the most upbeat, talkative mood, but maybe I'll re-record some of these when I get more expertise in the video making. But anyways, so as a lot of you probably know, high plat counts and stuff, people high up on the leaderboard, the games that are played are like the fastest of the fast. It's just like milking all of the fast games. So that's like all of the 15-minute plats and the 10-minute plats and all this stuff. And so, I mean, if you're playing games that you enjoy and the games you enjoy are 100 hours long to finish them, the 100% or platinum or whatever, just, it, I mean, it's almost like if you're trying to get a leaderboard spot at this phase in where trophies and probably achievements also are here now too. Maybe they've been a while. I'm not an Xbox expert, but it almost just doesn't even matter, right? Because if you do 100-hour plat, at this point, you could have, see, I mean, there's tons of 15-minute plats now. I mean, you could have like 350 plats probably in that amount of time it took you to do that. You just choose all the really fast stuff. So, people behind the leaderboard is like every VN. Granted, some of them are like too long to even bother in this day and age, but all of the games that are just 15 minutes long coming out, everything that's like an hour and stuff. And it didn't used to be as separating back in the day. I mean, it would still separate you, yes, playing the short stuff compared to the long stuff. However, back in the day, short plats were basically like, I don't know, 8 to 12 hours, and there wasn't even that many of them. So you could even play your, I don't know, 50-hour RPGs and stuff and still be making leaderboard progress. At this point, it's kind of like if you're playing a 100+ hour game, your progress on a leaderboard is like just so minimal. It's just not even. You might as well just play it on some system that doesn't have trophies. And I mean, I'm not saying you should just play it because you can't get the plat and the leaderboard is all that matters. I'm saying if you were playing for leaderboard only and it wasn't just about having fun and trying to do the challenge of getting the plat and doing everything the game has to offer, that's a completely different category. That's not what I'm trying to touch here. I'm just trying to touch the fact that for pure leaderboardness, maybe I should coin that term, talking about some of this stuff here. It has such a minimal effect that it just doesn't even like come into play really, in terms of ranking and where you rank and PSN level compared to everyone else. So that's why I'm saying, if you're a big JRPG fan, how are you competing with the person that's playing all of the? They're just a fan of the trophy spam, I guess. Just don't even worry about it. Don't compare yourself to them. But it's a big factor there is just the games you select, and plats also too. 100% also matter, as well, and I'll get in that in another topic. A lot of these topics really weave in together, intertwine a lot actually, but yeah, it's just the 100% ones too. There's 100% that you can get in 5 minutes, and basically what it is, 100% is about a quarter of a plat. You get about 300 PSN points and average, and then plats on average are 1200 PSN points. So, I mean, even with that, if you just spam for the 5 minute 100%, you just negated your Yeast 8 80-hour plat, like 80 fold. Or whatever. No, more than that. I guess it would be what, 100 and 240 fold. If you're saying that those times are correct. But anyways, yeah, so and then also with the game selection too, or the plat time, or I should say the finish time or the trophy time is it's just who plays the most spammy things at this point. Probably just beating around a dead bush right now. Let's see. I did actually make a few notes versus this one, but yeah, I mean it's been that way for a while. It's been back in the day, even like trophy competitions and stuff would just be dominated by people that played visual novels. I'll admit I did do that in some trophy competitions, but and then other people just didn't have access to them, because they were stupid expensive. But now it just amplified nowadays, so much so. I mean, there's not even that many VNs anymore. Well, there might be. There might be the same amount. It's just you can't tell. No, I think there are less. Because before it was a lot on the Vita. and now it's mostly there's some on the PS4, but they don't really make any new ones for the Vita. If something goes on the Vita, it's like because it was on PS4 also. But now it's like we get every week we get like 10 to 20 games that are an hour or less. So, and then also, well, I guess I'll get into that in another episode. But, yeah, game length is or your selection and length of what you play, very, very highly affecting the rank these days. So, anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. It was a pretty short one. It was a pretty common sense one, most likely, but I did want to get out there that the point of this series, I don't think I mentioned, was just kind of unveil the reasons why leaderboards are kind of the way they are, and why you should play what you want to play. Don't spam stuff just for the sake of leaderboards and whatnot, because you'll make yourself miserable, believe me. And yeah, just have fun with your games. But I mean, if you're having fun spamming up the leaderboard, I mean, by all means do it. If it's fun for you, by all means do it. Anyways, guys, have a good night, good morning, enjoy your games. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys again next time. Goodbye, everybody.